Hello, 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 chat. Thank you all for showing up. Just the usual pre-show thing of if you're watching this on Twitch, please follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, the like, the comment, the subscribe, all of it really helps because of freaking algorithms that bury small content creators. So, there's that. Thank you all for showing up, and I'll say hi to the players.
A lot of the times with friends, so it's a lot of times when I
Hello.
interrupt somebody, I have to shut up. Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we
I
all-
understand. I understand what you were going with, Joe. But like I said, I don't mind being that person.
So, otherwise, let's do things.
Let's do things.
Let's
Let's
do things.
actually do this.
We're here for the season finale because, honestly, there's nothing really much else to do with this campaign until higher levels, and to get to those higher levels, I have something in the way. So, are we all ready?
Oh boy.
Oh, I have Frederick's stat block still pulled up. Sorry, chat. Last time on Family of Memories, the party fought the Grief Knight and reached the end of the vault. After doing so, they confronted the secret keepers who had somehow reached the innermost section of the vault before the party did. After a brief encounter, which, frankly, my own layer actions screwed me over there, the party was able to defeat Terry, the knight accompanying her, and the shield construct accompanying him. And that's
Even
where
though
we pick
Terry
up.
ran away like a bitch.
Oh, she's...
I wanted the staff.
So yeah. You guys have the
Roll
floor?
ability. Don't have
Secret keeper that escaped. I wanted that counterspell staff.
You guys have the floor?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey.
What?
GM, quick question.
Yes.
Did we get a full rest? Or do we just fall asleep in the temple afterwards, or what?
No.
Like,
Tommy, this is right after Tommy knocked out the knight.
okay. Cool.
Tommy, the unicorn will look at you. You are a magnificent fighter, Tommy Dingertoy. It has been
You're an
truly
honorable ally.
an honor to... And then he disappears. Without...
Oh, no.
Bing Bong would be proud.
That is so anticlimactic.
The minute was up.
I know, but damn.
It is wild magic. I presume he disappeared in a puff of flowers.
Are there flowers on the ground?
Actually, the floor does kind of have that pattern.
Probably would be a flower then.
Okay. So, let's strip this guy of his gear and send him to the authorities.
Sticker just kind of kicks one of the the fallen constructs slightly. Stupid fucking.
You'd probably be kicking
let her-
his arm.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn, you okay?
Got away again. We're fine. We got the hand back.
Yes, but now they have both the circlets and the staff.
You know what? This is fine.
Better than him having all three.
I wanted that staff she had, considering what she could do to shut down things. But, oh well. We got what we wanted. We stopped them for now. I think we can just call this a victory for now.
Tommy goes up to Lima and offers kind of what do you call that? It's like, okay, it's like a high five, but you hold your arm in place for a bit.
Arm lock.
Yeah, the arm lock thing. Tommy comes over to Lima and offers an arm lock, going, "Thanks for the assist.
Nice.
I told you we wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Oh gosh, my joints are tired. I am not used to walking this much."
You were used to walking on Bing Bong. Let's be honest.
And I
Are
got
you
lazy.
guys ready to just head back? I don't want to see this place anymore. I've had my fill of it.
Yep. But first,
Right? Is there anything worth
all-
looting here first?
You look around and you find nothing. It's
now
been-
there's
yeah.
still this guy we had to tend to.
Archon, are you gonna be spending a bonus action for the next 10 minutes keeping the rage up?
Yes.
Alright.
Archon's just
Tommy, do you have those bottles?
And
Yeah.
basically, I'm gonna be
Can
using.
you hand me one of them?
Your funeral.
Presley.
Basically, I was gonna instead of rope, just so I make sure that he is completely tied up. I will be using the tendrils to basically grapple him and make sure he doesn't escape.
Alright, it will take you more than 10 minutes to get back. It'll take you like 2 hours to get back to the city.
That's fine.
Alright.
Don't worry, I'll have Bing Bong Mark IV ready on standby.
Basically, I'm gonna be walking. Even though I know this is visually not pleasing, Archon's gonna be keeping up the tendril rage throughout the whole time.
Alright. That's... I will just give you a heads up that because you can rage more than your usual 2 times because of the ritual, that will eventually kill you because the ritual gives exhaustion. It is going to be 2 hours back, and you would not be able to rage long enough to keep it up the whole way.
Basically,
BRB.
what he would be doing is when it goes away, he would still be like, he would be chicken winging the guy while holding on.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah. Also, he's gonna be giving Frederick major compliments for handling that situation extremely well.
Thanks. Alright,
I just want to inform the lot of you, thank you for helping me fix this mistake, even if it feels like we let her get away.
We at least prevented them from having all 3. I would have loved to have the second part. However, the situation in which we had to deal with earlier slowed us down too much.
Yeah, you know what? I'll drink to that, but before that, let's get back and make camp, because I don't think any of us are fit to travel at the moment. I think we should stay the night.
Alright.
Honestly, I'm okay with taking care of bringing this guy back to town. I honestly do not trust sleeping around him.
Tommy, you're casting Bing Bong as a 4th level spell?
Yep.
Alright, what does this do to Bing Bong?
As Bing Bong is summoned out this time, you notice he has a much larger wings. Oh yeah, by the way, he has wings now? He's a giant mechanical horse with like metallic Pegasus wings, but instead of like feathers and stuff, in the center is more of kind of like those giant fans that you would see on like a hawk. What's his name? Brain
Falcon.
tired. Falcon's wings. Why I keep saying
From Marvel, specifically, for
yeah,
chat.
like kind of like the big rotating wings that like you would see on the helicarrier and stuff. So he basically kind of is basically part helicopter now, or more like an advanced jet fighter.
This would be more of a. I should have asked this earlier, but never mind.
What's the question?
It's basically for because we're using the 1D&D stuff. It says at 6th level for fighter, I get a subclass feature, but on the actual subclass, it's not until level 7.
I adjust it. I call adjustment, so you get it at the levels where 1D&D says you get it.
Cool. All right.
Actually, I have an
Could
idea.
I propose a compromise then?
Mm-hmm.
You want to take the man back to town, but I honestly think we should sleep. Perhaps one of us can, whoever's on watch, can drive the carriage.
I actually have a better idea. I know how to make Bing Bong bigger.
I was just going to sleep on the ride back, if that's all right with you
You,
guys.
you were not able to bring the carriage up into the mountains. Plus, you had already teleported, so you don't have the carriage on you. Just as a
Nah.
refresher.
That's fair. I guess I'll just head back with the others just the whole long way then, even though I'm exhausted.
All right. As you all reach out as you proceed through the vault, as you reach the entrance, you notice that there is a step of stairs that had opened up and that leads down a hallway. Do you want to look through the hallway?
I actually do.
All right. As
Lima will
you
join
go
in.
down the hallway, you proceed through it in a straight line, and you end up yet again in the innermost vault. For Tommy and Archron, that did not go down. You notice underneath the writing, which Zuko had told you read, if you seek power, what are you willing to give? You see Terry's eyes.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Called it. What is with religions and plucking out eyeballs? Seriously, this is like way too gross.
No.
what would everyone's passive what's everyone's intelligence total be?
Wait, me included, or
Everyone, yeah. I would say for
have
Zuko, for
11.
Jack of all trades, you can add half your proficiency.
So that would be 15, I guess, because
15?
if it's just intelligence, right?
Everyone else?
Wait, raw intelligence, that's plus 3, half portion. Yeah, plus 5, so base 10, 15.
Alright, everyone else?
Base
Um,
10.
Base 10.
Lima?
and
Zuko,
Mhm.
this was a puzzle. To skip the dungeon entirely.
Zuko face palms so hard it can echo through the halls.
Wow,
He
you know
didn't
that
succeed.
magic, man.
Motherfucker!
Ah,
So
He proceeds to curse in Draconic.
my character. So Archon is going to, as soon as he sees Atari's eyes. Atari's the Minotaur, correct?
No, Eteri is the mage you fought.
Ah, gotcha. Never mind.
The
I thought
Minotaur
I-
is, I believe, a Rastra.
Right. Okay, never mind. That completely negates what I was about to say.
Yeah. Different person entirely from who you were thinking.
Yeah, cause he was about to potentially commit some war crimes against that fighter.
War crimes, you say?
Yeah.
Mhm. War crime.
Was there anything in the extra room aside from the hidden pathway?
There is
No
nothing. No loot.
Zuko just kind of is cursing in Draconic after even while rejoining the party. Like, stupid fucking shortcut gave out her eyes and just somehow got a freebie. Stupid fucking grumble.
They are a cult of secrets.
It would explain how they got in here before us.
It's not so secret anymore.
Tommy, I'm gonna need that other bottle.
I'm just gonna stop you there. You got your one.
For clarification,
Tommy,
are you drinking the
I need the other
700?
bottle.
Are you drinking the 750 gold bottle of wine, Zuko?
I take one look at it, look at Tommy, look at the bottle, and said, "Never mind."
All right.
Tommy has
Actually-
the
Actually, I've never tasted ancient Antechnian wine before.
I'm not sure if this is legally safe to drink.
You know what?
One way to find out.
Can we get back to the carriage before we drink this? I left
Yeah,
my
I
glass.
probably want to get rid of this guy before trying to celebrate anything.
I'm with Tommy on that. Let's also find a clean glass.
Aye. And my cat is now on my counter.
Oh,
Lima,
I blame wild magic.
Yes.
would you happen to have any, like, durable rope on you?
Let me see what I have on me.
Because I think all the rope I have has been worn down from tree climbing.
Crowbar, hammer, stakes. So I have a glass of holy water.
Basically, I'm asking you for your unused rope.
50 feet of rope. Everyone has it.
Yeah,
No, I'm doing something in character. Sorry, just
gotcha. No, you're good.
hemp rope. Here we are. Tosses over to Archon.
And I am going to tie this guy as fucking tight as possible.
Without breaking his ribs.
Without breaking any. Well, I might dislocate a couple of bones.
I'm not a fan of cruel and unusual punishment, but I do have a mechanized horse.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say anything on it. I'm just gonna pretend that Tommy doesn't understand how bones work.
Just note when you hear Archon tying up, you'll hear a couple of pops.
Archon!
What? I just want to make sure he doesn't escape.
Yeah, but he also... Okay, as long as he's still alive, I'm okay with that.
It's not going to kill him.
clinically, he will be fine. Zuko takes one look at him.
Clinically.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Don't worry, Tommy.
Thank you, Lima.
No worries.
Also, are you okay? You seem a bit distraught.
Something in the back of my mind, though.
Was it the disconnect between you and Emil because of what was going on in there?
Perhaps I can a little bit, but also there's other things on my mind as well.
No worries.
Mm-hmm.
For one, it's a question of what does it even mean to be a lesser idol, and the responsibilities that involves.
Lima.
Others, not.
Lima. Just
I know.
accept the power.
I have. It's just there's more than just that in the back of my mind.
Oh my gosh, you're thinking way too hard on this. We're gods.
Tommy goes up to Lima and puts a hand on their shoulder and says this. To be a god is not to be immortal. Maybe in lifespan, yes, but it does not mean that you are forced to completely be a different person. You are the avatar of chaos, are you not?
Yes, I'm one half of one. Yes.
Now, think about it. What does that mean you have the right to be compared to all other random religions, states, and other various leading institutions? You have the right to be free. You don't have to follow their rules. You don't have to be like every other god. People will worship you for fun. People will worship you for a reason, or none at all. It doesn't mean that you have to be responsible for anything. Sure, you have power and should morally take care of it as carefully as you can, but it doesn't mean you have to be like everyone else. You are you.
Your faith is what you decree it to be. It's your choice. And whomever follows you and preaches to you will decide that and may even interpret whatever you decree differently. So, honestly, you should look into it this way. You won't always have control. That's chaos's nature. So, frankly, let me ask you a better question, Lima. Why worry about it? My better suggestion, we celebrate with this when we get that guy taken in.
Plus, if it weren't for some of your wild casting, I probably wouldn't have been able to help much in the fight today.
That's... Sorry, go ahead.
Lima gives a soft smile and hugs Tommy. I will definitely cherish these memories, even if I outlive or anything else goes horribly wrong with any of us.
You think the war caller ever gives a shit about his responsibilities? Nah, he just makes war. He has fun with it. Let's do that!
Zuko heaves in the corner. Did I actually sound nice for a minute there?
Yes, but Emil, please cut down about lust. I don't want.
Oh, I'm
us to be
not
left
having
down.
bloodlust. I'm not saying we're like him. I'm just saying we should have fun with our powers. That's what being a god is about.
Also, obviously, we can't hear what Emil
Oh
is
no,
saying. Right?
Emil can, like, they can choose to say it only to Lima, or they can choose to say it out loud. I will say, unless I say specifically they're just saying it to Lima, they're always saying it out loud.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I've been going with.
Remember, Lima. Remember, I am a follower of the war call. Well, not really a follower. I was chosen as his champion. But look at me. I'm not all about bloodlust. I try to handle my situations by not killing.
Technically,
However,
I could just fighting people,
Keyword
but I
try.
Keyword try, yes. However, sometimes I cannot handle my own strength.
don't. That's why you got people like me for. With every war, every chaotic event, and every sneaky scheme, looks at Zuko.
I would I would assume
Yeah.
we're having this conversation while moving.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we all have each other's backs. And let's be honest. If anyone's gonna outlive the rest of everyone, it's me.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I would
Well,
want to
around.
live forever, considering I'd have to just watch everybody die.
That is depressing and unfortunately relatable.
After Zuko says that, Archon's gonna smack him on the back of the head. Not really helping. Not really helping.
Plus, worst case, who knows? Maybe I'll ascend to some sort of weird immortal status beyond my normal machinations.
Let's be very honest, you're already pretty much an incarnation of just order.
I wouldn't say that.
Lima.
After all, there's many of us.
Lima, it's as Tommy said. We all have each other's backs. If, and this is a big if, you were to, say, slightly lose control, we would make sure we would be able to bring you back.
And I'll always be trying to continue to preach my order, no matter what. So you'll always have one of us around.
Thank you very much.
All things can be reforged. Just look at us. Think about it. Look
Also-
at how much we've grown over the years.
Also, I think
God.
Zuko can attest to this. My smelling salts would probably be able to snap you out of it.
Yeah, I would.
Please don't remind me about that Archon.
Besides, would you like another whiff, Zuko? As he legit forces the bottle under your nose.
Not again! Do you not realize? Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Oh, God, my nose. He's trying not to mention the fact that Zuko has a slightly better sense of smell than the average person.
Oh yeah, Buttersnake is Buttersnake.
Why do you people keep calling me? You know what? Never mind. At this point, I've decided to stop asking too many questions about it.
Oh wait,
Yeah, learn to shed your skin sometime, man.
What was that, Lima?
so tell me, how is like Zuko's
Gross.
family doing? Are they still safe? I remember him being a little bit nervous about that.
I believe we did send a warning message to them in advance last time I checked. Though I don't know if it's been, how long it's been since I sent my last one. I can only do it once per day. I have to hear back from them. If only they created a version of the Waystone that kind of just allowed active conversation consistently.
That would be nice, but that's probably
Ooh, maybe we can have
limiting
pictures.
away. Maybe.
I am not going to like what happens next.
Hey, whatever it is, we're all together. And whether we're together or separated, we'll still be able to keep fighting.
Zuko, your family is our family. Anything happens to them, we will handle it.
Plus, we all have a stake.
For a
in this.
moment, you almost saw Zuko have a genuine smile. Like he had it for like a good split second.
What was that? What was that? Come on now, I
Nothing.
know you can do it.
No.
Come on.
What?
Just let yourself be able to feel things.
Thanks.
Hey, who knows?
He just kind of looks at the bottle for a bit. The smile slightly comes back as he kind of glanced at everyone else. And then he just kind of went to his usual neutral face.
Who knows? Maybe I'll meet up with your sister and the rest of the group.
Besides, I think we have another thing to celebrate.
Oh.
I mean, my disciple was actually able to handle himself today.
Good job, Frederick.
Yeah.
I saw that earlier.
I don't want to
actually
repeat
remarked
that.
about it with Archon.
Yeah, none of
What
us
do you-
want to repeat that.
What do you mean? You did what you could
Actually-
to survive.
Oh, I
Tommy,
mean,
can you
yeah,
hand me the
but
other
it's
bottles?
just I don't want to have to face down a glaive again. That was freaking terrifying.
You took it like a champ.
You can always wear more armor like I do.
Zuko just kind of takes one glance at Frederick and looks him over a bit. Hardly much of a scratch this time, actually.
Who
I
knows?
always
Thanks.
notice every time you do go, you always seem to somehow put a dent in your left shoulder. Like, I always remember at least multiple times your collarbone was a bit broken.
Who knows? Maybe in a couple months you won't need that armor. You might even be able to surpass me.
Thanks.
Surpassing me is probably gonna take you a few decades, though.
Oh yeah.
Tommy punches
Definitely.
him in the shoulder. Tommy punches him in the shoulder, going, "Don't ruin the moment."
That's just how I deal with things, okay?
Zuko just reaches into Tommy's bag and pulls out the other bottles and just quickly pockets them and goes, I'm gonna make sure these are sold, and I'm pretty sure one is enough for all of us.
Okay, so Tommy has the one left then.
I'm taking the others, but I'm holding on to them, but I'm just gonna make it clear. So just to be fair with you all, I think Tommy had a point where you should probably sell the others, but for us, he takes one and hands it to Tommy. You should hold on to the one that we'll drink later.
We honestly deserve this. And if anything, if the ancient stuff is anywhere near or even better than the stuff I've had back at home, we would enjoy this after today.
I just realized I technically still have the effect of that Lima can't get intoxicated still.
How long was that lasting?
I got it twice, and each one was lasting over a month. Like, one of them was like
That's
28
unfortunate.
days.
What are you talking about? That means he can drink all he wants.
But
Very
when
cheap.
when exactly did that happen? Which what was the event that happened right after, like the major event?
Okay, the last time we got it was, I believe, the bullets. Which in game time was only a few days
I'll be right
ago.
back.
No, not even close to a few days ago. The bullets would have been like 4 months ago.
Okay, so then I probably can then. Good enough. Just my brain was calculating. Remember, I got that twice, and
Are we all good
extremely
for a
long
time skip?
Yep. We'll have a time skip as you all make it down the mountain.
Can I offer a comedic way to perform the time skip?
Sure.
Tommy proceeds to cast Enlarge Person on Bing Bang, who is now huge. So an actual size of a fighter jet.
How is it you can make Bing Bong big?
Oh, I know enlarged person now.
That would not be able to stack because, oh, right, it would. Because Bing Bong is in concentration.
Hooray!
So yeah, Bing Bong.
This was hilarious.
Bing Bong is a huge size category creature.
Mm.
Okay, everyone, and this is your what do you call the person who's at the reins of the thing?
Pilot.
Captain, I guess?
Captain? Captain speaking. We are ready for takeoff.
Bing Bong has knelt down to let you all get on him.
Oh my god.
Please keep your hands and feet inside of the Bing Bong, and you'll be good to go.
I'll also say for flavor, Bing Bong's back folds open a bit, and he creates like this divot area for you all to sit in.
For a minute, Zuko is actually smiling for being amused by this absurdity, but he's trying not to let it be like auditorily known.
Alright, so you all climb into Bing Bong.
Mm-hmm.
He will run.
He's trying so hard to suppress a smile.
He's going to run to the... How long does Enlarge last?
Let's see. I still have a couple of casts left, so a good couple of casts left. So I believe Enlarged Person is... Well, let's see. If we're dashing, we'll probably be covering a lot of ground faster. That's for dang sure. Transmutation.
It lasts a minute.
Yeah, so I could probably have that work for a while, and with the larger amount of ground we would cover, I think it would safely say it definitely would get there. I would
say, how many spell points do you have left?
Okay, last I checked. Okay, hold on.
This is rule of cool, but there is a reason why spells have duration limits, so we may have to retcon this.
Last I checked, I think I had about 20. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm good. Yeah, I got like 28 of these.
All right, and how much does each cast of Enlarge cost?
Let's see. It only costs. Oh, it's only a second level spell actually. I think, or no, it's third level. Wait, third.
Yes, third.
Wait, is it third?
I think it is.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Oh no, it's just a second level. Oh, okay, that's even easier. I forgot about that. It's a good spell. I love Enlarged Person. Only 3 points.
All right, so that would mean you have 6 casts of it, 6 minutes.
And Bing Bong going at Mach speed while flying.
Well, that's 120 feet. So, 6 minutes of 120 feet
of flying, which is, I believe, 6 or 10 rounds each.
Well, unfortunately... Oh wait, no, never mind. My calculation's a bit off there. Bing Bong can go 7,200 feet. I will say, unfortunately, that is only half of the distance.
At least it gives people time to relax for a little bit.
Well, and I need to see how far a mile is. Because the Imperial system can't just be simple.
It would be 5,280 feet.
Yeah, so I would say you're a quarter of the way, because it would have taken you 4 miles up the mountain.
I'm back.
I'll round up to a third, because you're able to go as the crow flies. So, or in this case, as the Bing Bong flies. But yeah, unfortunately, this is as you find out, this is not a valid form of transportation.
It was more to just give everyone a bit of a breather for a bit. Okay, I'll be landing this one soon. We'll be back on foot soon enough.
I'll also say, Bing Bong, like, how he takes off is he runs towards, like, a little cliff edge, he leaps, and then he tucks his legs in, and his hooves become rocket boosters.
Amazing.
And we should be touching down right about now, guys.
I
Well,
suggest,
that was
Master, I
eventful.
suggest your compatriots leave soon, as the spell will end in approximately 10 seconds.
Oh,
Lima's getting out immediately.
9, 8,
Zuko slides
7.
off.
6,
Archon
5,
hops off with
4.
the person.
3, 2, 1, and Bing Bong shrinks down.
back to large. Ah,
That was eventful.
I wonder what happened to the Revenant. Like, I hope he found the hag and got what she deserves, but I was curious what happened to him. And then, you know,
Revenant. I haven't thought about him in a while. Why him?
well, I remembered all of us wanted to teach that hag a thing or two.
don't worry. My order will be looking for them.
That's good.
I think we can worry about them later.
Let me have first crack when you find them.
Oh, I will pop out the champagne and everything. There's one thing I do not forgive, and that is the exploitation of others.
Do you all continue down the
I'll
mountain
drink
as
to
you're
that
doing this,
when we get
or
back.
are you guys taking a long rest on the mountain, or are you gonna continue your way
Please,
back?
I want a long rest.
Okay, Tommy will take point. I'll take guard.
All right.
Okay.
Archon, I'm actually gonna have Archon take a point of exhaustion just to keep an eye on our prisoner.
All right. So
Yeah,
just
Bing
just
Bong
just a
station
heads up,
nearby.
and you guys can get started. Who is taking the Book of Leadership, and who is taking the Book of Wisdom?
I believe we voted me for leadership, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure we did.
All right,
What was
and
wisdom again?
it's the same thing as the Charisma book, where it's you boost up your Wisdom by 2 and your Wisdom max by 2.
Yeah, I honestly wish I took the leadership book, but I feel like it was better in Tommy's hands.
Anyone decide they want to be wiser?
It won't
Actually,
serve me much.
Archon is going to hand the stone over to Lima. Honestly, I think this would be better in your hands.
Why mine?
I can take a punch. I think it would be better in your hands.
All right.
Because honestly, I doubt the Book of Wisdom would help either of us. But one thing about Archon is he's extremely perceptive.
Honestly, maybe I should take the book, because my perception is kind of bad.
I had the -1 in wisdom, everybody.
Okay, never mind, you should keep
Or
it.
actually,
I have a +1.
wait, actually, with that in notice, I think the book would be better with you, Lima, and then Archon's just like, wait.
Yeah, that's why I gave you the stone in the first place.
Tommy hands back over that book. Well, at least I got something to read while keeping watch tonight.
Zuko just kind of is still feeling out the gauntlet on his right hand.
So, Lima's gonna
This
start
must
reading
be
the book.
something.
Say that again, Joe?
Lima's gonna read the Book of Wisdom, I guess.
All right. Let me
And I guess
double
I'll-
check what those.
And I guess
do.
I'll keep the stone, I guess.
Yeah. Hold on. I need to loop my music.
Or
GM,
No.
can I DM you something in Discord for flavor?
Yes. So you need to, for both Tommy and Lima, you need to spend a period of 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer to study the book's contents.
Lima's gonna start doing that studying as we're heading back. So,
All right.
It's nice being able to just not die for 5 seconds. There's a lot of angry things out there.
I don't know about you, but those ghosts were.
Yeah, those guys were hello meals.
I'm surprised they didn't hit me.
Consider yourself lucky.
That was
I felt like my mind was gonna explode.
Hello?
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so are you all going to settle down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to read the, I need to read a Warforged feature. Or technically, Mechazin. Because I
I also realized I need
believe...
to re-put my AC. I think when I leveled up, it reset all of my stats.
Yeah.
One sec. One sec.
That's one of the things that I don't really like about Roll20 is that when you update shit, it actually messes up with all your shit.
Mhm.
Ruling for, how Tommy Sentry's rest feature would work. Because the wording here is, when you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive motion of state rather than sleeping. In the state, you appear inert, but it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can see in here as normal. Would that allow him to study the book?
I would say if someone is holding the book in front of his face.
Okay. He's just got to be in rest. It's just that he's got to have the body inert, but his mind can still be active. Got it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask you guys to make it fair.
No, you're good.
Alright, so, Lima and Tommy, how long do you study your books?
Tommy, Andrew had to go away for a minute because
Okay.
of a phone call.
So, Lima, how long do you study your book?
Probably most of the night. Like, I'm still gonna have like a good enough sleep, but most of the night I'm gonna be studying it.
Alright, so if you're trying to get enough sleep, I would say you're able to get 4 hours in.
Okay.
This isn't gonna matter much soon, but yeah. Alright, so as everyone settles down, except for Tommy and his Century's Rest and Archron, as we've already mentioned, you're gonna keep an eye on the night.
Yes.
Zuko, you in your mind, you in your sleep, part of you expects to return to that room where the floor is the coiled form of your patron. But you don't. At least it doesn't seem like it initially.
Oh.
And then you feel the pain on your forehead, which you haven't felt in a while. That searing pain that feels like it's burning away your flesh. And in the void you find yourself in, you see what looks to be a point of light, but then as it grows larger and larger, you see it split. And as it grows larger still and you can see more detail, it's a serpent's eye. The eye then closes, and you're left.
Zuko immediately wakes up screaming.
I will say, I do not want to have to force anything on players. However, if you agree to the narrative stuff behind this stream,
Mm-hmm.
it will, and I am proposing it like this because it is a great cost. You would not be able to take any more Warlock levels until whatever is going on is resolved.
Huh.
You're able to keep any of your current abilities, but I'm giving you the option to buy into this story beat, and if you do, you would not be able to gain any more Warlock powers.
So, question on that mechanic. How would that do it? Can we actually just go on about that afterwards? Just
Yeah,
'cause
no,
like that
I can
idea.
explain. I can explain it after the session.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably make the decision afterwards, but I'm just gonna go back to the narrative and just wake up like screaming, like as if my head's burning. Oh, God, again, stop. He just kind of then quickly retreats from the camp for a bit.
Interesting. Oh, Andrew,
Yep.
question. How long in your Sentry state will you be studying the book?
Well, not
As
not in
Archon?
the Sentry Stake, but just how long in general would you be studying the book tonight? Outside of the 6 hours you have to spend in Sentry's Rest.
Probably for as long as I'm able to keep up Sentry's Rest for, honestly.
Oh crap, I just realized that Lima has trance, so they only need to rest for 4 hours. Lima, you can add another 4 hours to your study time.
Understood.
Tommy, because how we ruled it for Tommy is that you can study while Sentry's Rest, but someone needs to hold the book for you.
And Tony.
Oh! that would work. So you're
They
able
don't
to
need to
get
sleep as familiars, do they?
Yeah, Tony just kind of lifts the book while Bing Bong flips the pages.
yeah.
Or other way around.
Other way around would be better.
Either case works.
Well, the thing is, Bing Bong, like, they both need to sleep, but Tony can just, like, alright, wake up, turn the page, go back to sleep, and Bing Bong is a horse. He sleeps standing up. So, you're able to get in a full, yeah, I would say 10 hours. Like, you got 4 hours of, like, before and after campsite prep time. You get 6 hours in Sentry's Rest where you're studying, and you have 2 hours otherwise. So you get a full 10 hours study time of the book.
So, I've discovered that spaghetti should indeed be refrigerated, otherwise it will turn to mush. It is not satisfyingly tasty.
That would be what Lima learns. You're learning a charisma book about talking to people.
I was talking about real life.
Oh. Alright. So,
That's
next-
gets near morning when Zuko runs off screaming.
nope, it's middle of the night. Moon is high in the sky.
Oh.
You okay? You sound like you're dying.
He's just like wheezing.
Did something happen, man?
Zuko just kind of finds the agony just so painful he can't even speak with how much he was screaming.
Ooh. Honestly, I'm not even surprised with Zuko anymore.
How many night terrors do you get, man?
Zuko does not answer because he's a good distance from the camp. He does remember one thing and just kind of just remembers like the floor pattern in the dream and just kind of tries to replicate the circle that was surrounding him.
There was no floor pattern. You were in a deep void of nothing.
Well, the only thing you could probably remember of the nightmare was like
The searing pain
some kind
and
of
the
the
serpent
searing pain,
and the
and there was like an image sort of burned in his head that felt like a circle he was supposed to have for the thing he was remembering. So he just draws it into the ground, makes a note of it, and then goes back to sleep. And then we'll just like remember to come back there in the morning.
all right. And morning comes.
Zuko quickly like pokes his head out of his tent, looks around, see if anyone else is waking up, and then just sneaks off to where he drew the circle to study it for a bit.
You see Archon. You just see bags under Archon's eyes
Zuko,
as
you
he's staring intently at the warrior.
Zuko, you study the symbol you drew. With a more clear mind, it's an eye, a serpent's eye. It's not any sort of fancy symbol. It's just a snake's eye.
Oh, no,
Zuko stands in the middle and now tries to remember what the pain was supposed to do, as he kind of has more clarity from what the pain was meant to do. And so now, for the first time, he is going to cast this cantrip. The Book of Shadows. And hold on, let me hit the button first. Just because I want the flavor, just because I want the satisfaction of hitting the button. There it is. So I imagine it'll take an hour, so everyone's still kind of waking up.
Not even awake.
Same
Or
or
at least
with his current book. Well,
All right. And you all proceed down the mountain.
Monday. Or none.
I will say something I forgot, because you got did you guys like strip the knight of all of his equipment and stuff?
I made sure
we
of it.
did.
Okay, you do find an amulet. If anyone did anyone ever try to identify it?
I think I have
I
an idea what that is.
I can identify it.
All right, you identify it, and it is. If he had gotten the chance to use it, it would have killed him.
Question: should I spend a slot or sorry?
No,
points
you
for
can
it
you
to
can
identify?
add. I believe it's 10 minutes to the casting time, and you don't spend any spell points because it identifies a ritual spell.
Hmm. I then just kind of am looking at the new Book of Shadows as I use the identify, which looks a bit new compared to what Zuko was using earlier. But it feels ominous. Like, that book was not there before, and it looked kind of ugly.
Well, you did have a Book of Shadows before, but this one, the rest of you can tell there's a bit more magical presence radiating off of it.
It looks like it's bound in skin. It looks uglier than the other one.
Zuko does what Zuko needs to do. I am not gonna judge.
Alright, so do you all proceed down the mountain?
Wait, what is that amulet if I identified it?
It is just a simple. There's nothing in D&D for it. It's just a simple amulet that, if he had the chance to use it, would have instantly killed him. Basically,
Actually, there is. Although it's in ring form usually.
it's the
It's
fantasy.
common amongst assassins.
It's the fantasy equivalent of the cyanide tooth.
Yeah. They have usually a ring version of it. This one's just a necklace version.
I don't suppose I could be able to find a disenchant value for it.
I mean, this is like an espionage tool. People wouldn't be too fond of buying it, and it's also pretty extreme of an espionage
I
tool.
mean, if I tried to disenchant it or something, like, would I even get anything worthwhile, or would just kind of destroy it?
I'll think on that because I don't really have disenchanting rules. But yeah,
That's fair.
you all proceed down.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I don't really need anything to increase my damage die because the subclass actually does it for me.
Right. So as you reach the bottom, I presume you hand him. Do you go to hand the knight over to authorities in the city?
I am personally delivering him to Emma.
Emma is in another
Different
city
city.
entirely, a different kingdom.
Well,
Right.
we're probably gonna do like a teleportation circle to go back and then do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Correct?
Yes.
I don't suppose there's a teleportation ritual I can learn with the Book of Shadows.
No. Anything good enough would be way higher level than you can cast. It would be
At
like
least
7th.
4th or 5th level.
Yeah.
a minimal like 5th level.
So yeah,
Hmm.
you all proceed to the teleportation circles. I believe the price I set was 5 gold
5
per
gold,
person.
yeah.
So do you? And I'd say if you want to try and bring the knight through without paying, what do you say for him?
Tommy will negotiate.
What does Tommy say to negotiate?
We have to transfer this prisoner directly to the heads of state. He is considered a highly valued terrorist target and needs to be brought back as soon as possible for interrogation.
Persuasion check, please.
Okie doke.
I will assist.
Channel
All right, advantage.
+5, because things.
Actually, I could probably do it if need be. I can.
You've already said you would take the help action.
+5.
All right.
Okay, so +5, so a solid 31.
Well, if you're escorting a prisoner, 2 gold for the whole group.
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
No,
Nope.
I'm casting suggestion.
Nope.
What are you suggesting?
This is a very high value prisoner. You should let us go by without accosting us anything.
All right. I'd have to make a saving throw.
Yep, and I'm holding the book, so it's a little harder to save against it.
why do you do this?
Understood. You feel free to go.
I'm glad you understand.
One of the guards is going to. One of the guards around is going to look a little bit suspicious.
Can I roll to intimidate?
He looks suspicious, but then looks away. You all do not have to pay.
I was gonna glare at him with an intimidate check.
Why do you do this? That was a steal.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if we're still using D&D Beyond for stuff, but I kind of accidentally got rid of my skilled.
We're not using D&D Beyond because
Cool.
Yeah, stop.
Reasons. We're good.
Got it. Cool.
So,
I'm trying to
anyway.
remember what my bonus for intimidation is.
anyway, yeah.
We now hand it over to Emma.
So you go through, and I'll say for sake of expediency, you meet with Emma, and you hand him over. At this point, his eyes snap open, and you can probably guess that he's been faking being asleep all of today.
Well, I mean, I would assume so, since he has a couple of dislocated joints.
I have Bing Bong right behind him just in case he tries to pull anything.
Basically, to present him to Emma, he's gonna Archon's just gonna toss him in front of her.
So I presume this is one of them?
This is
Yeah.
one of
Why
them.
not?
The one that we caught. I killed another one.
Well, frankly, knowing you, it wasn't murder at least.
Unfortunately, it was one of my own kind.
No,
Nope,
not
nope,
that
no.
one. The other one.
They had a magazine with them?
Oh. Yeah, really.
That was a golem, not a
Dude,
anything.
to me, that's like the difference between Ebony and Ivory. They're still both popular.
Oh.
Well, actually, Ebony and Ivory are still two different.
Okay, I was stupid and I
Materials.
misused the word and I was trying to backpedal. Please let me have this.
It's all good.
Fine.
It's tomato to me. Constructs are still people to me.
Alright.
That's fair.
Bit of good news and a bit of bad news. Bad news is they took the circlet before we could even do anything. Good news is we reacquired the gauntlet.
Zuko just kind of just sighs and just waves at Emma with the gauntlet hand.
Congratulations, you now become a high-profile asset.
That's good at least. Thank
I
you
still am
for.
a bit regretful that I wanted that staff of hers, but yeah, what we were after.
Very well.
I also beat the crud out of her.
I would have paid to see that after the trouble she caused.
Yeah, it didn't help that we also had a unicorn with us. Don't ask.
That was
Alright,
fun.
I guess I won't. Thank you all for your assistance. I'll help in any way I can tracking them down, but at least as long as we can make sure that Zuko is safe, we should be fine.
Speaking of which, I had a question, miss.
Yes?
Do we know anything on the Golden Tyrant situation?
Well, we had ambassadors coming through quite a while ago, but nothing since. They came under the guise of negotiation, but their wording was much more so worded as threats, I should say, ultimatums. Basically,
kind of tenses up at that.
Basically, they wanted us to. Basically, they wanted us to surrender.
So, an unofficial declaration of war. Great.
Not even so much as that.
Worked so hard to flee from them.
I've heard that Canto Fede has received ambassadors from the Empire, so seems like your dream is becoming a reality sooner than we thought, Arkron.
Wait, what dream?
Remember the prophecy?
The prophecy I spouted. No, Lima wasn't in the room for that.
Oh, wait, huh? Hold on. What the hell is
The
going on?
war caller predicted that there's going to be an inevitable war between the nations, or particularly the two biggest ones. And just so happens that what we just heard about fits the bill pretty solid. And it looks like Arkron gets to witness some of that, or at the very least was given privy to it.
I was given a choice. And my stance stands firm.
Nemo
No
internally
one.
screaming.
And I mean no one will threaten the peace of this land.
Are the ambassadors still within the kingdom, ma'am?
No, they were here months ago, when you had all left on your journey.
I
Also,
was gonna ask if I could speak with them, but it appears that moments is past.
You do remember passing by Drakenbloods and a few elves wearing symbols of gold.
Oh.
Doesn't help that we already have evidence of their terrorist actions in that one town.
by the
Town,
way,
that was straight up the capital of one of the kingdoms.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my brain is tired.
by the way,
Yeah.
were you able to get information about the other thing I asked about?
Remind the DM.
Missing Minotaur.
Missing Minotaur.
Unfortunately, it's not my place to assist too much. Well, I can assist as much as I can, but only within our borders. I've attempted scrying on her, but it has been unsuccessful. I could reach out to Forge, but
I'm pretty
Got a
sure.
lot going on.
I'm pretty sure Forge would be able to help.
I like Lima to go into a separate room for a hot second to talk to Emil for a hot sec.
yeah, what's up?
You know how you said we should use our powers?
Yeah?
Well, there's gonna be a war soon. We're gonna cause chaos on the side that is gonna kill. So, you and I let's prepare some stuff together.
Yes!
Those people over.
Yes! Now you're speaking my language!
I like how the. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's now how Emil and Lima are working together to make those magical items in the background.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly state this. I like the fact that the interpretation of a chaos god is not just one crazy person, but that literally Lima is both the voice of reason, and then Emil is like the actual crazy person
Yep.
when it comes to like their dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Do you all have anything else to talk with Emma about?
How's mom and dad been doing?
Oh, I mean, you can go see them yourself. You haven't been gone all that long.
Okay, that's good. Guess I was a bit worried when we left.
Pardon me, guys. You mind if I talk with the Archmage alone for a bit?
Yeah, I had to go back to mom and dad anyway. Probably
Okay,
wondering how
you
my new
guys.
leg's been working. Okay.
I'll be following behind. It's just, this is a conversation that's a bit important.
See you at the house then?
I'll be back there to help crack open that wine bottle.
You better. And no getting attacked by people in the shadows again.
Emma, I appreciate all the help that you have given us so far. Even if you're able to get the minuscule amount of information, that would be enough. As Archon
I'll do my best.
As Archon will then walk out, and as he's walking out, he is going to grip the door so hard that it actually cracks.
One moment before Zuko, and she will go over to the door, and she's going to take a minute to cast Mending, and then return to her seat.
Fair.
Yes, I am doing that out of spite or something. Set off stream, Richard.
If I can do it in Ravnica, you can do it.
Honestly, the fact that I was thinking about getting mending just for fixing that shit that you suggested message.
Yeah. To be honest, I was also thinking about getting Lima mending eventually too.
Mr. Mamba, what is it you wanted to speak about?
He looks around and makes sure that they're alone.
We're alone.
He then just for once takes off the cloak. Since you're already well aware of everything, I'm just going to be transparent with you. Because surprisingly, the rest of my party here found you invaluable. And as much as I hate the principle of your colleagues' governance, I honestly think you're the most competent of them all.
Why, thank you, but with all due respect, you've only met a handful of my colleagues. And unfortunately, half of them are quite the assholes.
That being said,
Oh,
I
forgot that.
didn't want to tell the rest of them the whole story about this, as he waves to himself. So I figured since you were the only one that knew, I'd tell you about what I was thinking. And that after traveling with them a lot, I've had a change of heart. I want to make sure none of the rest of my kin figure it out, but I kind of don't necessarily want your entire kingdom to fall anymore.
Figure out that you don't want us to fall?
Well, that being because I God, it feels so strange saying this in your tongue, but found family here.
I'll do what I can to keep them from finding out, but there might not be much I can do.
I would appreciate your efforts. And the only favor I really would ask other than that is if you can find where my sister went. I want to make sure she's somewhere safe before the war begins.
All right.
She wanted to run, and knowing the rest of my kin, they're going to want to try and fuel the war. I want to keep her far from it.
Understandable.
And I'm sorry if we've had any disagreements earlier or for any of my brash behavior. At first, I didn't quite understand my mission as it was. And so I am having a bit of a change of heart, but I don't want my party to necessarily know to breed mistrust.
I will do my best. However, I am but one person.
You're one person that seems to do more than your colleagues, and you seem to have cared the most, and so that's why I've decided not to undermine you out of everything. And as much as my kindred would hate me for it, that's my decision. They didn't see the world like I did. They didn't go out and talk to people. I wish they could. But I guess it's just not in their nature.
Understandable. Well,
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you for introducing me to these people. They've given me a better perspective. I remember you summoned me here to them originally, and I wanted to thank you for that. He then actually looks at the gauntlet hand and actually then takes a breath and actually offers his hand. As like a handshake.
She shakes your hand.
For a minute, he actually smiles. Genuinely. And they all missed it.
Despite us all.
Hey, I at least resisted the urge to ruin the moment. I could have ruined this so very badly.
Yeah, you could have.
But Zuko's earned it.
Zuko then just quickly assumes the butter snake deal now. I suppose I'll be off making sure they don't get killed then. He then takes a bow and then turns around.
Alright. For the first time since you all have met up, there seems to be no immediate threat, no immediate goal. Just a looming threat and a few threads that need to be tied up, but you do not know
I still
when.
need to do one thing. Forgot.
Oh yeah?
To sell off the extra bottles.
Alright. You sell them off and you sell off each of the...
Before I do, I'm going to use, since Tommy isn't here to stop me,
You've earned
distort
it.
value. Distort value.
what does the stored value do?
He hates that Zuko's about to do this, but he has the ability to disguise himself, so
I can basically use a spell. The bottle itself is not too much more than 1 foot, but I'm going to basically flourish it to make it look a lot more valuable.
So, I believe that you had 2 or 3 bottles and then a few other art objects.
you got 3. I still have the statue.
Sorry. Coffin.
So there were 3 bottles. I took 2 of them to sell, and we have the third one to drink for ourselves.
Yes.
And I'm using distort value 2nd level to basically ast it at its maximum thing.
Alright, what's your spell save DC?
You're such a...
Holding the book still, so I don't think it really affects much. I mean, it keeps it slightly harder, but still is 16,
Is it
I
an
believe.
enchantment or is it illusion? I forget.
It is illusion.
Unfortunately, you're going to a very high-end appraiser who knows what he's looking for, and especially given that this is a city of mages, he is able to see through the illusion.
Okay, Thor, jeez.
Can I roll a deception to counter that again?
Unfortunately, you would have had to have rolled. Unfortunately, especially since he's able to see through his illusion, he knows the tricks, and he is being firm on the 750 price.
Fine, 2 for
Oh shit.
750 for both.
Well, so you had five art objects. Are you just selling the wine, or are you selling the idol and other objects?
Tommy had the idol.
I thought Tommy had the idol.
Yeah, I have the idol. No
And-
one ever asked for it back.
All right, so you're
I
just
just have the
selling 2
bottles.
bottles of wine. All right.
Yep.
I believe that there should also have been a 5th one.
Oh well, I guess if there was a
So
fifth what?
there should
Bottle?
have been a 5th art object.
What is the art object? Just curious.
I had randomly rolled it, and I would have told you guys. There should have been 5.
I think it was just the bottles, honestly.
Oh wait, no. There was 4. Yeah. All right. So he'll say, "Sir, I live in a city of mages. I know illusion when I see it. I will.
So
At
you
this
do.
point, since you have tried to trick me, no haggling. I will give you the worth of this item."
Very well. 750 for wait, was it 2 or 1?
Each one is 750, so total 1,500.
750 each. Very well.
Yep. So you are given 150 gold or platinum. Sorry. Whoa, mistake there.
Platinum.
I was thinking about the
Dang.
conversion rate, and so I accidentally said gold.
150 platinum. Adding.
All right.
Damn, I'm good. So now I return to the park. Actually, one place I should probably stop by. Question: How far away is Tommy's house from the alley?
I mean, you've never just stopped in one alley. You've usually stepped in any alley and basically given
The
a signal.
closest alley to Tommy's place.
All right, you do that, and much.
I'm just wanting to see. Can I actually see them from where the entrance of the alley is? Because I might want to use message for that.
No,
No. Okay.
you proceed into the alley.
I speak in Draconic, brother.
You say that, and there's no response.
I guess they really. Yeah. I guess they really have left me behind. He shrugs and just kind of leaves.
Right. You all proceed to Tommy's house?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me just switch the music really quick. As... This is not befitting of the mood anymore. So you all come home to quite a big dinner prepared by Tommy's dad. He's wearing pretty simple clothes and a nice cooking apron.
Never underestimate the powers of a transmutation halfling. We believe not only a second breakfast, but probably 12.
Welcome home, everyone, he says cheerfully.
Hi, Dad!
Oh, how is everyone? Was it a good, successful mission?
Well, I got to beat someone up with a unicorn.
Zuko just kind of gives a thumbs up with the bracer in hand.
Tommy, both of your parents give you questioning looks of like, with a unicorn? What?
That would be me. Hello. I summoned one for a hot second.
I wouldn't think too hard about it.
Their expression actually doesn't change. As I'm just gonna say it. It's Tommy's wording. I beat up someone with a unicorn, and they're not sure what that wording means.
You said basically, hammer to the face, hooves to the back, hammer to the face, hooves to the back, uppercut to the jaw, knockout.
Tommy, do you have that bottle?
Well, of course.
I
Hello,
just take the one bottle and Can I use prestidigitation to corkscrew it?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
I prestidigitation corkscrew it open.
Right.
It does make a good pop.
And do you serve everyone wine?
Yes.
All right, wine with the lunch. Who takes the first sip?
I think Archron would, because he'd actually want to taste it.
I will say, Tommy's dad, upon seeing the bottle, begins to stifle laughter. Archron, you take a sip, and it is vinegar. This is a 1,000-year-old bottle of wine.
Zuko has the most shitty grin at that point.
So yeah, like Archon, you're like, oh okay, I'll take a sip. You take a sip, and your face just scrunches up.
Zuko corks it immediately.
And at this point, Tommy's
Holding
dad just bursts out into laughter. as Tommy's mom is about to take a sip.
He just poured Archon.
As Ark is about to take a sip, and she looks at him, and he just like gently puts her arm down.
Tommy's just kind of playing, just going.
Zuko just corks the bottle and just quickly pockets it.
Archron's gonna cough and like, I think this would be better for cooking.
At this point, I don't think it's good for anything other than display.
Hey, you gotta admire the glasswork. The liquid just gives it extra color.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I can't believe you tried to drink a 1,000-year-old bottle of wine.
No, what's even better is the guy I sold the others to doesn't realize it's turned to vinegar.
Oh no, he would right. Who did you sell it to?
Describes the merchant.
Oh, he would know for sure. That man deals in antiques.
I kind of wish my parents were here to also see this.
Hey, go on. You're home at
Aren't
some
you gonna
point.
finish your glass there, Archron?
I left her.
No, he legit downed the entire glass.
Well, I guess this is the one alcohol technically I could drink.
I think it might be
just
bad.
take a shot glass and just hand it to Tommy, being like, "Knock yourself out."
So,
Tommy will attempt to drink it.
Tommy, your mom tries to stop you, but you just go ahead and do it anyway. And she's like, "Oh no, liquid shouldn't be in there."
Lima, he looks over at Archon. Well, if you did it, I'm gonna do it too. Bottoms up. Strokes the whole entire thing at once.
I would say,
Zuko
Tommy,
just
you do not have taste buds, so you were completely unaffected by it. Lima, it's straight up vinegar. It is some strong ass wine vinegar. Also quite salty.
It's been brining for millennia. It's salty enough that you could probably put a drop inside of someone's soup and ruin the whole vat.
Alright.
Zuko kind of takes note of that and adds it to his poisoner's kit.
You too. All of us are drinking this together because we said we're gonna drink it. We take at least one drink from it. Okay? You drink it too. It's only fair.
Zuko rolls his eyes, pours a shot glass, and downs it.
Yep, just as bad as with everyone else.
For some reason, his like grimaced expression actually is more like a smile, which is funny.
Right.
I'm
Oh.
sad I can't taste things.
Yep, this is definitely going in the kit, as he just takes the remainder of the bottle and just opens the poisoner's kit and just puts that in there.
Wait, how come I should always taste? Wait, I can taste alcohol, yet I can't taste everything else. What the hell?
Excuse me? You shouldn't be able to taste the alcohol.
Weird.
Tommy, your dad then like snaps his finger and the taste leaves your mouth. As he has a mischievous grin on his face.
Do I recognize the thing he did?
need to be able to taste things.
Just gives you the mischievous grin.
Do I recognize what he did to Tommy?
Yeah, it was just like a prestidigitation type thing.
I then nod with a smile to Tommy's dad as a fellow practitioner of prestidigitation.
You're telling me you had that specific thing only set on me for this long? Genius!
Oh, there's the Neil Hark I remember. You always knew a good trick with prestidigitation.
I was a cantrip.
To be honest, could be a
God, he was
possible.
insufferable when he was in recovery, though.
Lima was talking.
To be honest, a town basically based on precipitation probably be a good idea for figure out how to taste for you, Tommy. Like,
Oh
instead
my
of something like
goodness, that would be way too awesome, but also confusing.
Just something I, realized.
Just try not to consume things, Tommy. You're not made for that.
Good point. I should probably wash that out of my body soon.
Yes, please.
Sorry, Mom.
You'd think that would help the gears grease better.
Oh no, it'll cause problems. It'll cause rust, and that is.
Sorry. It's like the toaster all over again.
Wait, what?
The what?
And it's a metal box that Mom made one time. I don't know how it works. It kind of just makes things hot.
Alright.
And someone learned this power.
For the sake of it, for the sake of expediency, we can just fast forward through this as you all have a good night, and we can proceed
That's how I met
to.
a man who talked about raisins.
We can proceed to the next day as you all as you all wake up, and yeah, there's for the first time since you all have met up, there's nowhere obvious to go, no journey to take, and I think at this
weird.
point we'll reach our denouement for the season. Everyone, roll me d20 to determine the order.
Oh. That's a button.
2.
3.
All right,
5.
Lima,
Who's your first?
what is it that you do?
I
The
mentioned
next months.
I mentioned it earlier.
I
With
know
a
you
meal.
told me, but tell the audience.
So, Lima's gonna head home and start doing her preparations for the war. With
Right.
Emil's help, she'll create something to help out.
You head home, preparing for your crafting journey. Sorry, cough just came. As you head home, you find the town pretty mostly rebuilt. People are scrounging together things, and you find at the center of the town, where everyone can join, a temple splashed with all the different colors. And as you look at it, Emil goes, "Ah, hell yeah, it's for us."
Oh no, it's for us.
You know, I actually like this. This does sound actually pretty on brand.
And yeah, your parents greet you. We'll talk about the crafting in the meantime. But yeah, you head home and you find your town rebuilt. Everyone alive again. The temple built to you. In fact, even with a place for you to live in it.
Own personal yurt.
Welcome home, Nima, as your mom gives you a hug. And me, Emil calls out. You too, Emil. And your dad also hugs you. Technically, hugs you both.
I like them both too. It's like, I miss you all so much.
You've grown into a fantastic young adult.
I have wonderful parents to help me out. And friends.
Sorry we couldn't be there longer, given what happened.
I'm just glad you're here again. That's all that matters.
Alright. Are you fine with that being the scene?
Yes, I will.
Right. Archron, what
Yes.
are your plans for the next few months as Lima himself has left the group?
I would actually be. I would be doing my own sort of investigations into finding what's her name?
Leave it to Stray, let me just double check.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, chat, while I double check my character names. Damn it, D&D Beyond. There we go. Yeah, Astrea. So we're going to basically use a version of the how the pit fighting mechanics work. The pit fighting mechanic, downtime mechanics.
Yes.
So since we're using this as a variant, my brain, I'm sorry. It is going to be, instead of the usual strength, dexterity, and constitution, we're going to be using your mental stats.
Which is not as good.
Yep. Let me just... Yep.
Yeah.
Did you have something you wanted to ask?
I was gonna ask something, but I basically was gonna see if I can get one of the local investigators to help me out.
All right. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Which is still... Actually, it's actually pretty good. 20.
20.
Hey, nice.
You do that. You ask, and yeah, you get their help. Since this is right off the cup, we'll bring them in after we come back to the campaign. But for now, they'll just be unnamed investigator helping you. So yeah, so this is going to be a investigation check,
Okay.
a persuasion, your choice of a charisma skill check, and a how to handle this last one. I would say, instead of the constitution one, I would say it would be straight wisdom check plus your intelligence and charisma modifiers.
Okay. So investigation.
And this can all be made at advantage.
Okay, a charisma check, and then the wisdom check.
Yeah, your choice of any charisma skill. So that could be performance, persuasion, or deception, or intimidation. I would allow you to do strength intimidation.
I always
Well,
like that
here's
rule.
the thing with barbarian. I could use strength for persuasion as well.
Yeah, but I would say not in this situation, because it is over a prolonged period of time that you're gathering information.
Gotcha.
Actually,
Well,
actually,
no,
no.
I
Actually,
I couldn't use persuasion anyways.
let me change this up. It is going to be investigation, insight, and then a charisma check with your proficiency bonus times the number of charisma skills that you have proficiency in. So it's like, say you have, for example, if you have proficiency in deception and persuasion, that would be twice your
Yeah.
your proficiency bonus, etc.
All right, so investigation. Hup. A 16.
16.
You said insight.
Yep.
Natural 20.
That's funny.
Natural 20.
And then you said a charisma check times the number.
Charisma check, and then you add your proficiency bonus for each charisma skill you have proficiency in.
Gotcha. So
Again, sorry for it being confusing. This is like I'm making up the mechanic as I go here.
that's gonna be 16 plus 8, so 24.
24. You investigate, mostly around the capital of Antechny, and you're able to find out information. And at this point, you're able to gather the information again. You're able to talk to people, and you find that it's no one in the city's fault. At least they didn't have anything directly to do with her disappearance, and you're able to narrow it down. And at this point, given testimony of the day, and given the things people have said, the things you've gotten out of them, you are certain it's armament. And you have some evidence. But unfortunately, it's not enough for a court of law, and it's not enough evidence to find him. But you feel in your gut that it's him. And if it's not him, then you trying to figure out the right phrasing for it. You'll be damned if it's not him.
Yeah, the war caller would be surprised if it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Oh, my tortoise is walking.
Well,
Aw.
there's only one thing left to do. As Archon heads out for Forge.
Alright. Do you want to RP with Forge, or do we want to leave that for maybe a one-shot or something?
We're down
I'd
to
like
this
to-
then.
Yeah, if it's okay with the others.
I would love a one shot for that. I would love that.
I think a one-shot may be the best way to handle this.
Yeah, a one shot would
Alright.
be a way better option to handle it.
So, Archon, after your investigation, you and your investigator friend do the long trek over to Tinkerton to speak with
Yep.
Forge. Next we have Tommy. What is it?
Tommy is spending some time at the church, the temple that he goes to, and he's just kind of thinking back on things, looking at his hammer in hand.
I did have future plans for that hammer, you know, my boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Thanks
easy
for
enough
showing
to
that so far.
it's easy enough to continue with those plans. It was fun. Yeah, you want us to make the hammer better, boss?
Yeah. I think I do.
Alright.
I'm thinking something bigger.
Well,
little bit.
making it bigger will be simple enough, but we also have other matters to do with making the enchantment stronger. Unfortunately, it will require quite a bit of time and dragon scales. I've already provided you with the information for the monetary investment, so you do know
Yeah.
that. How much of that monetary investment do you have on you right now?
Not much. Remember, I had to use the last of my gold to teleport.
Alright.
For once, I don't have tons of money directly on me. Just one statue.
Alright, well... Unfortunately, we will need materials and such, and I honestly can't cover anything. I am sorry about that.
Hey, it's okay.
If you
I
ever,
got- I
if you
got a
ever
lot to
find
work
yourself wanting us, I can, for no charge, make it a better weapon, but unfortunately I will need the funds.
And I guess I'm gonna have to go traveling. You know, it kind of reminds me, I haven't gone by myself in a long while. Not since I was a little, well, basically barely the size of a child. In fact, it was actually around the time my dad disappeared that I remember going on my quest. I met a very strange man. It was odd. He reminded me of my dad, but looked different. For one, his eyes were different. A massive scar. And it kind of looked, I don't know, I think one was green and the other was blue? Maybe red? Yeah, I couldn't really tell at the time.
Are you gonna try and find him?
No. But he said he'd find me one day. It was funny. He even had the same last name as me. Namikas. He said one day we all would meet again on the house on the hill. I presumed he meant my house, but he always seemed a bit more somber about it. Said he was out looking for his family too. I wonder where they were. I remember even seeing, it was a very strange one. Black coat, full of stitches. A mask that he even had, lying on his back. Kind of a pale one, really. Kind of got dirty, it looked like. I think the thing that looked most bizarre was a spear. A green metallic one. No, more like volcanic rock or metal. But he did told me that one day we'd meet again. I wonder. Maybe I should seek him out.
Maybe. Want us to come with, boss?
No, you're needed here.
Alright.
After all, there's a war ahead. This is something
Oh,
I had to do on my own.
so you're saying we should make weapons?
Now, make armor.
Ah, fine.
Weapons are for the military. We're here to defend the people.
Good
After all,
choice.
the best offense. It's an impregnable defense.
Good
Also,
choice.
let's be honest, shields are really good for beating people up too.
Naro at this point starts to laugh, not like the hyena laugh you've heard before, but an actual like, here there boys! Let's start making some shields! Alright. Do you
Thank you,
have,
Nealon.
beyond, is Tommy going to go and search for this man?
Okay, Nealon. Let's see where you're hiding. We got a lot to talk about.
Right.
As he leaves out the church, thinking, thanks for starting the journey. Thanks for helping me remember where my dad was. And he walks on out.
Alright. Zuko.
I've got a bit of a loaded one.
Alright.
I've got an investigation on 3 fronts rather than just one.
It's the same exact ruling we gave for Archron. So investigation, insight, and then a charisma check plus proficiency bonus for each charisma skill you have proficiency in.
I have all of them, so we're good on that. So first the
Alright, so
investigation.
that's a plus 20 in your charisma. Or no, plus 16 when you grow
First.
charisma.
So first, the investigation, right?
I will say, for expediency and for simplicity of just doing this, we'll focus on one of them. One of your investigations.
First off, I would like to try and reestablish contact with the other, with my handler that I remember.
Alright. I would say this is not going to count as an investigation you're trying to do. This is going to be, first off, a investigation or perception check, your choice.
I think they're both the same. Yeah, investigations is slightly better, so I'll go with that. A 12.
12. You scour the city, and you're not able to find him. Where usually
sounds
all you had to do was step into an alley, and he would find you. You're unable to find him. Or maybe it's that. Maybe it's that he doesn't want you to find him.
I like to then use my criminal contacts for stuff.
Unfortunately, your handler was your criminal contact, if you remember.
Oh yeah, fuck.
This isn't like when you tried to establish contact in the other cities, where that felt like dumb luck. This feels intentional. And I think you flash to the last time you met, where he looked at you, looked through you, and gave you parting words.
Which was?
I forget exactly what I said, but you basically at this point, you can suspect whatever you will.
I guess he thinks I've gone soft. That's a shame. I was gonna ask him about the about the ways to get better hold of the Golden Tyrant for our own plans, but I suppose he'll have to hold. I guess that'll be a wasted opportunity. But I should at least make sure to capitalize on it myself, if he won't.
Right. What else
So
would
the
Zuko
next
like to do?
part of the thing is, I was gonna do my own investigation of the person, but I still wanted to reach out to the Golden Tyrant's envoy I let go earlier.
Alright. Unfortunately, you...
I can only choose
Do you-
one.
Well, I would say you don't have sending. And the envoy
I can't
would...
find anyone who can use sending on my behalf without
Actually,
suspecting anything.
I just realized. You... Hold on, I need to make this a fair assessment. Actually, I need the gold die. I need
The
gold
golden
dice.
truths are coming your way.
Because because different GMs rule this different ways with sending. So I'm leaving it up to chance.
Okay.
Do you want a high number or a low number?
Hi.
My favorite version of the chaos rule.
Alright. Looking for a high number on this roll. Zuko, you receive a message in your head. Message received. It's the voice of a woman. Message received. Will contact. I'm not done yet. Message received. will contact with future plans. Do you need a way to establish contact?
Yes.
Alright. We'll be handling that behind the scenes.
And so I take it they haven't found the others of my kin, so I guess I'm the one who knows.
Right now, we'll handle all the rest of this behind the scenes, but for now, all you know is that they know you, they know of your offer, and they're reaching out.
And finally, investigating the woman who got away.
Alright, it's the same rules for Archron.
Alright, so +5. So first investigation, then the charisma thing.
Then it's an inside check.
19 for the investigation.
Alright, and then it is a charisma check plus 16, since you have proficiency in all 4 charisma skills.
So +8 plus, so it's just +16 overall.
Yep, because +4 +4 +4 +4.
23.
23. You're able to suss out word of mouth, these strange people. You're able to find out information about her. Eteri. You're able to... You learn her name, because players know her name. This is the first time the character have learned their name.
Eteri.
You learn some of her personal history.
Enough.
You've learned some of her personal history, that she was the daughter of a noble family, but then was obsessed with her studies, that she was a student at the academy in Oxgilf, that she left after plumbing almost all the knowledge she could, and she left without ever graduating. And you learn that she has barely been heard from again, every now and then. But it's gotten more and more quiet since every year, and 2 years ago there was no contact of her left. But you're not able to find any solid leads on her location. You know a lot about her.
I suppose this will have to do. Zuko kind of glances at the alley that you failed at, and then just kind of remembered the message you received from the Golden Tyrants people.
I will say this has all been stretched out over a period of a few weeks.
I mean, I was hoping to span it out evenly among the months, but sure.
I mean, like, you can say your investigation is happening all throughout our downtime between seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of it would be more immediate in the first few weeks.
Got it.
At that, does anyone have anything they want to do? Any last moments?
I didn't want to dig up the handler, but you made it clear they clearly don't want to be found, so I think that's everything.
Am I allowed to say a moment for a possible character that I would like to maybe introduce, depending on how things go on in the background?
Go ahead.
From on top of a hill far off in the city, away from the normal homes that you'd see, with withered trees and broken steps, tattered wood, and creaking glass. A single man with 2 distinct colored eyes stares out on the horizon, pale skin and gaunt, looking like death. He looks out onto the horizon and sees Tommy making his way on his travels. Sitting there with his spear and a tome in hand, engraved the words "Secret to Survival." And he sees Tommy's name in the book. And he sees Neil Harker's, as well as he sees Nina Harker. Nina Harker. And he looks into the book and sees 2 more names. Erza Diramak, and Warren Diramak. He closes the book, and looks out to the horizon, and just simply whispers a single word of the horizon. Thank you. Thank you for saving me in this life. Now, I must find my own children. Thank you, little soldier. Thank you for saving the last little bit of soul I had left. I'm glad I did not make the same mistake in this world. Not like I did that.
Right.
Cherish her. Cherish her more than I did. He heads back into the house as it slams shut and fades away.
Joe and Presley, do you have any final scenes?
Joe?
Let's go Presley first and I'll go last.
Basically, on his on the trek towards Tinkerton, Archon is basically going to find find people who are willing to scrap with him just so he doesn't lose his touch. But he is doing that all in the hopes that the Warcaller would basically bless him, or basically aid him into deconstructing what's his name?
Armament?
Armaments.
Alright.
Basically, as he's doing these fights, he's making a theatric as he actually yells to the heavens for the Warcaller.
Alright. And Lima.
Lima, in between like crafting and being with her family, is helping as best she can, like they can, to repair and basically build up the village once more.
Alright.
It's hard work, but because it makes them smile. And every once in a while, if children wants to see, she tends to do lesser chaotic magic to just entertain some of the children when out and about on break from basically that type of stuff.
Alright. And at that, the stories of these characters fade into the rest of their lives as the weeks and the months pass. We'll have new stories to tell, especially with this group, but now things are not so simple. As we have two other scenes to share. In a forest somewhere, we see what at first looks like an old woman, but upon closer inspection, her skin is too gaunt, her form too strong, and she meets with two other women. One as tall and as broad as a tree, and the other gaunt, even thinner than one who is only skin and bones. Well then, dear, what are we to do about them? I say we crush them, make them into pie. No. That's too simple. That's too easy. We wait. Wait until the perfect time. But when will the perfect time be? This world, you know the change is happening. She knows. And we'll be there. We'll be here, making sure that things stay the way they are. Well, time to cause some trouble. Get them to come here. To us. Dear sisters. And then we follow a path. A different one. To Aspire. Spire looking out from the city of Boxgilf to the east, looking out to the mountains and what lies beyond. From this tower, one use the magical lens to see the land of dragons, 3 great trees that stand. But it is not here where we look. It is in the rest of the office, that of Lord Carrick. The half-elven man, scales upon his face, wings upon his back. The room is cold. Cold enough that others could see their breath. And in fact, one other is there. An orcish woman, but of even shorter and stouter stature than the rest of her fellows. Runic marks all along her arms. She looks at Lord Carrick. Well, they almost found us out. Don't worry about that. They won't. An Antechnian man stands in the room. No, not Antechnian, my apologies. An Ergorean man stands in the room. A shawl over him, as the room is far too cold. I swear, if my investment gets found out, it won't be. I have everything under control. We then shift to see another man, wearing black and red robes, an air of confidence around him. I should hope it's not discovered, Carrick. After all, we have so much riding on your plan. But I'm certain it'll succeed anyway. And then, the final figure in the room reveals himself. As metal feet hit the floor. Well, the project's proceeding as well as can be expected. This Mechazin figure, armored, modified himself. An arcane cannon on one shoulder. Hands turned into wicked claws. And a toothy maw. I'll say, we should be ready when the insult comes. Excellent. We may have to speed up procedures. But I'll be sure to quash any invasion that comes our way. And that's it. That is our final session of Family Memories. As when we come back, this campaign will be named The Champions of Destiny. Thank you, players, for joining me on this first stage of the journey. Hopefully we'll be back soon. I do have other campaigns to run and get caught up to this. But thank you all. And thank you for chat for watching. It means a lot.
Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
Bye.
Until next time.
Also, don't
Farewell.
forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more action.
I already took care of that at the top of the stream.
Just give it a reminder at the end also, you know? Just get you liked it.
Promos.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
Later, chat.
Farewell.